Alright, welcome back to my channel. This is part 2 with deku with Dragon King, and let's get into it. Oh yeah, I probably won't post through the day because I'm gonna be asleep. So let's get into it. So we start off with Yui. She is going to UA after the 10 months training. So she walks up to UA, for the entrance exam to become a hero and to either stop Deku from killing everyone. So she goes in. She sits down, she takes the test. Yui is very, 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 very smart. Much smarter than Nezu, because she lived longer than Nezu. She has the memories of the Phoenix. And so she gets first place. Then she goes out on the field where they're going to have the, exam for to see how many robots you can destroy with practical. And she gets there and the gates open. As she runs out. Using her fire, she destroys as much robots as she can. As she destroys a lot of robots with her red fire. People say that her quirk is very powerful. And she gets first place on that also. Getting a secure spot in UA. As she's getting her letter next week from All Might, telling her that she passed and she is now in Class 1A and welcome to her Hero Academia. Now, let's switch our POV over to Bakugo. Bakugo sees that he didn't get first place. He also sees that Izuki didn't get first place, which Izuki has, a telekinesis quirk. It's pretty strong at that. Actually, she has a mix of both, telekinesis and fire, so she has pyrokinesis. And, it's quite powerful. But she can only, manipulate the fire that she, pull out. And she can't put the fire out all over her body. She can only manipulate the fire that come out her mouth, from Hisashi quirk. So, that's how her quirk worked. And she also didn't get in first place. They wonder who got first place. And Izuki is still, sad and mad at the fact that her parents died. And they were killed by her brother. Well, they don't know. She know that, Izuku killed them. And she wants to, take Izuku down for that. Now, the first day of UA comes across. As we can see, UA walks into the classroom and goes sit down. She didn't save for Rocket because Rocket didn't need saving in this one. She was away from the rubble. It did not fall on her, which I probably should have explained, but I rushed through it. As then all the students come in the classroom, they sit down, and then Aizawa comes and says, "Everyone sit down, be quiet." I'm sorry if y'all hear me yawning too much. I am sleepy. Aizawa then says, "I'm your homeroom teacher, Shotoi Aizawa. Here, put on these sports uniforms and go outside." Ida asks, "What about orientation?" Aizawa says, "What about orientation? You're trained to become heroes in the top college in the world." You don't need to worry about that. Oh, yeah, I'm making a new trade. What if? Which is probably gonna come up after I get some sleep. So stay tuned for that. And I'm probably gonna have to finish blessed slash cursed. And probably start one of the what ifs that I recommended. So as I always tell them that, and everyone goes. I know locker room, no. The girls' locker room, they changing. The boys' locker room, but that is still, finds the peephole and tries to peep. But this time, it wasn't, Jiro who stabbed him to the eye. It was, Yui who basically melted the hole. And, from that, Mineta got a little burn on, his eye. So the girls just basically looking for someone with a little burn on their eye. And then after all the boys come out, they see Renetta. So the girls basically give Minetta the death stare. And then stomp him out. Aizawa then throws, says, we're going to be doing a quirk apprehension test. As he throws the ball to, Yue, saying, you got the first place on the entrance exam. Show me what you got. As, he asks, what's the farthest you got in high school? I want to, say that she got like 70. He says, oh, you throw it pretty far. Throw this with your quirk. As she throws it, and then a phoenix comes on it. And it flies it all the way until it gets to the height that an airplane, stays at. So whatever that height is, like, I don't know, like, I don't really remember. Dang, I'm gonna have to research that. I don't remember what the height is of an airplane, but just imagine that. That's how high she put the ball. So you can research that on your own, and everyone else, shocked from this. And everyone throws the ball, and Mina says this was like fun. Nazel says fun. Fun. Whoever comes in last place gets kicked out. As Mina's class when they say, well, you can't do that. Nazel says, this is my class, and I'll do with it however I want. He says that Momo thinks that he bluffing, but Aizawa ain't bluffing. Whoever gets last place really gonna get expelled. And look who came in last. Mineta. Now, let's get to the other obstacle courses. UA basically, score high in mostly all of them, but she came a little bit behind Ida in the race. Well, actually, she got before him. She's really fast. The long jump, she flies. Grip strength, she got decent grip strength. Can't nobody beat, the Duplo Arms dude. Or whoever got first place in it. Now, Mineta gets kicked out, and here comes Kendo. Now they doing the heroes versus villains. They go in, All Might busts through the door saying, I am here. Walking through the door like a hero. As everyone, bust out saying, All Might, it's All Might, And then All Might says, haha, students, you're going to be doing hero versus villains today. So, I hope you all submitted your hero costumes. They say, yeah, we did. So, to be a hero, you not only have to act the part, but you have to look the part. As he pressed a button, and their hero costumes come out. He says, go put your hero costumes on, and meet me at Battlefield Gamma, I think is what it's called. He has to say, okay. As everyone puts their hero costume on and they go out, then they meet All Might in this room. All Might says you're gonna be split into teams of two, a hero and villain team, and you're gonna be in this building. You have to get the bomb from the heroes have to get the bomb, while the villains have to try to stop the heroes from getting it. As Ida says, are we gonna be split into academics or into names? As All Might says, sure, kid. Not really answering either question. All Might says, I'm gonna raffle these names and see who's gonna be picked to go together. As this Bakugo and Ida versus Yue and Oraka. They say villains go in and hide the bomb. As Ida and Bakugo hide the bomb on the top floor like a cannon. All Might there says heroes may now go in. As Bakugo not really want to bully females, don't really rush off like he do in Candy. He start walking, and I don't know why he walking. Rock is basically talking to Yue. She asks her, "What's your quirk?" And she says, "Phoenix." She says, "Phoenix Queen." Rock says, "Wow, that's so cool. What can it do?" She says, "I have control over fire, and fire does not hurt me, and I can fly, and I can do a lot more things." She says, "Oh, that's cool." As Yue basically asks, "What's your quirk?" She says, "My quirk is called zero gravity. I can basically, touch something and decrease the gravity on it." He says, "Oh, okay." As they come up with a plan to stop, Bakugo and Ida, and they enact that plan. First, they take down Bakugo after, Yue basically used some wind to blow Bakugo into a wall. And then they basically tied him up. Then they went to Ida. Ida was still, acting the role of a villain, This made Araka laugh, and, Ida was, and he basically figured out that Araka was there. So he rushed away, and Yue basically put, fire in front of him. And, Ida got a little bit burned from, the fire. Well, his suit got burnt. But, this is a bad thing. For anyone who knows, metal can be very, very hot. And it burns. So, Ida gets a little bit burned from, his metal getting hot. From, his armor. He takes his armor off and basically, start, as, you would basically press the bomb. All Might says hero team wins. And that's where that ends. Now, they choosing class representatives. The class representative for this one is Yue and Momoyai Rozu. A little bit different. Yeah, what Deku been doing for this part, he's basically been, tracking villains, killing them, heroes also. He don't really care. He killed the whole organization. He blew up a secret lair of a villain, killing multiple villains in the process. Deku just don't care. During this time, he was approached by this man with black, cloudy smoke over it as a head and the body. He asked him, "Would you like to participate in the raid to kill All Might?" As Deku says, "No, I'm not really interested, villain. So you should really just turn around and leave before I kill you." As he said, "Are you sure you can?" as Deku then puts his arm and actually touches Kirigiri. Kirigiri's shocked by this because no one's ever touched him, not even All For One, not even Shigaraki. But this kid, he can. This 18-year-old boy, as Shigaraki basically hurries and teleports away. He says, well, I guess you aren't the right pick at all. Well, goodbye, sir. I'll be leaving then. Goodbye. As he leaves, and he tells that to All For One and Shigaraki that basically the dragon denied helping, and also that he can touch me. They both shocked from that. Now, class 1A basically, after doing that, day and lunch. Monoma don't try to hit anyone, but the alarm does go off, and everyone start panicking. So what Yue does, she flies up, and she basically uses her wind to knock everyone down and tells them to calm down. It's the media. As everyone comes down, and they go to the classrooms after lunch. As Adawa explains to them to get into their hero costumes, they go into the USJ. As everyone does, and they get on the bus to the USJ. As everyone started asking each other about their quirks, and they asked Yue what her quirk name is and what it does. She basically says that what she said to Araka. My quirk name is Phoenix Queen, and it's one of two quirks that actually go together. And also, they go together as in they resonate, and they also repel each other. They say, oh, cool, who's the other person that bears the other quirk? She says, I can't answer that question. They say, oh, okay. As they get to, USJ. As they get out, they go inside. 13 still explains what USJ is, what it stands for, and what they're going to be doing. As, the villains didn't show up. Everyone teleporting to different areas, and Yue to the same area Deku was teleported to, the water zone. Then she flies out the water. The villains try to attack her. She shoots fire at the villains, heating them up in the water. She then gets on the boat and sees the Tsuyu and Mineta. She flies them back to shore. She stays there too. They see me, Mr. Aizawa getting beat up by the normal after he took down some villains. And then, something strange happened. Lightning struck. And you can see, as some people call him, the dragon. But Deku shows up, and he's just watching. As Yue basically flies over to Deku and says, this is why I stop you, Dragon King. As Deku says, you still with this? Didn't I tell you last time to leave me alone? She says, I must stop you of your evil conquest. Evil conquest. Of what am I doing is evil. From what I see, everything I do is righteous, and it deserves to happen. But these filthy humans, they deserve no mercy. So, tell me, Phoenix Queen, do you really want to side with the humans? The mortals? The same breed that killed my kin. Why do you love them so much? You think they're all pure. They can all be saved. But they cannot. Yet you insist. You know what? Tell that to my dead kin. The dragons they killed. Tell them that all the humans that killed them were innocent. That they can be saved. They can be forgiven. Do you really think that would happen? That's no, the Phoenix Queen is quiet. Not talking. As he says, it don't matter, I have to stop you. As she used her full power. As Deku powers up his full power. As the rock areas start melting. And everyone can see this. And then a dragon comes out of Deku's body and a phoenix out of Yue's body. As though they're basically looking at each other. And then they start to fight. They clashing, going back and forth. Fire, wind, water, lightning. All of these elements. They're clashing, they're fighting each other. And it goes on for a long time. Then All Might shows up through the door. He sees, the villains. He sees Hero, the students. He sees Aizawa on the floor, messed up. The Nomu crushing his back, crushing him. He then looks to his left and he sees, a student fighting this kid, which seems to be the dragon. So he first takes out the villains at the bottom of the stairs and then he fights the Nomu. He wants to get this fight over quickly. So he used more of his power, straight on the fight. And, he still takes the same amount of blows to, defeat the Nomu and Canny. And, Shigaraki and Kirigiri was, distracted by, Deku and Yue going back and, fighting to, notice the Nomu fighting. So the Nomu get Team Rocketed, blasting off again. And then, Yue and Deku are still fighting. The dragon and the phoenix fighting also. Everyone can see this from around the USA. And then the fight stops abrupt. As Yue's tired, but Deku can keep going. As Deku says, I see. So you're tired. You're still weak. I have no plans on killing you. Unlike you, I don't kill old friends. We may not be friends no more, but we were in the past. You know what? I'm going to stick around for a little while. I'm going to watch you. Phoenix Queen. As Deku basically flies down. As she also flies down. As All Might rushes over, trying to arrest the dragon. But, it doesn't go as All Might planned to. He put the cuffs on them. They melt. Oh. So you're All Might. Huh. I was imagining something much more. But I guess that's all you can do for now. After all, you are injured. As All Might, has a shocked expression. She says, How can you tell? I am a dragon. I can smell your injury. And besides, she should have been able to spell it too. weren't you, UA? And she says, yes, I can. I am a phoenix. All Might says, wait, you know each other? How could we not? Our power resonates with each other. Our power, you know, our power is so similar, yet so different at the same time. It's only natural that we know each other. We are connected through a spiritual, wave. If I die, she dies. If she dies, I die. It's as simple as that. As you know, some of the students heard that. And one of those students being, Izuki. Izuki then sees Deku when she runs over there to try and kill him. To beat him up. To do what he did to their parents. Well, her parents. As she does this, she do get over there and she spits fire at Deku. As Deku comes out unscathed, as she is shocked, and All Might is shocked, and Class 1A is shocked. His clothes aren't even, burnt. Which his clothes, he made out of special material, fireproofing material. As Deku then says, Izuki, you got stronger. Is it because I killed our parents that you got stronger from rage? Or, I don't know, why did you become stronger? Since you killed our parents, I'm gonna kill you. As she goes off into a blind rage trying to kill Deku. Using her fire, her telekinesis, anything she can to try to kill Deku. But it's not working. Deku doesn't even bother to, try and move or do anything to her. He's just standing there smiling. And then he says after she tired. Our parents had it coming. After all that torture. Do you think me to just sit by and let them walk away? You should have seen their faces. It was so amusing to see those mortals die and burn up in flames. It just brings me such happiness. And every time I killed a hero, a corrupt one at that, I never kill innocents. Or villains. They all have the same face. The face of someone who doesn't want to die. But they die anyway. And that's just how it's gonna happen to you. If I really wanted to, I could have killed you. But I left you alive because I didn't really care. But don't push your luck. I could kill you right here, right now, and no one could stop me. So, behave. Or get killed. Which one would you prefer? As Yui passed out. Guess she's too tired to answer that question. Well, I'm going to be leaving now. I was going to stick around, but I guess I'm not. I'm going to go sleep. See you later. As I'm going to try to stop and wait. As he says, wait. As lightning struck, Izuku, and he gone. All Might, start to question, UA, asking more about his power. He asks about his weaknesses. As UA says, well, there are none. There are no weaknesses that we can use. As Alma says, what? He has no weaknesses? Wait, can he die? Well, me and him technically can't really die unless the other one dies. We can't die of old age. We can't no die of natural causes. The only way we really could die is if either I kill myself or he kills himself, or we kill each other. So All Might says, "What? How do you know so much about this power?" And she says, "Well, there were two before us that had these powers. We get these powers from two great beings. The Phoenix Queen, as in myself, and the Dragon King, as in him." All Might says, "Can you tell me more about his power? And why is it so destructive? And why does he act like that?" And she says, "Okay, as all the heroes get there, and they take the villains away and the students to the hospitals, the ones that got hurt. UA does get a bad rep for letting the villains attack them, but seeing as not that many students got that badly hurt and no one died, they don't really hold it against them. So UA gets in the office for Nezu, All Might, and some other teachers. They ask him, explain the dragon's power, or Izuku Midoriya. As she started explaining, there's a legend. Well, it's not really a legend, it's true, of two beings of great power: the Dragon King and the Phoenix Queen. The Dragon King once saved the human race from being killed off by demons. And, they saved them. They didn't really want anything in return from the humans. They just wanted to have peace with the humans and other races. Because the dragon race was overall really a peaceful race. They really did not want to they did not really want war with any of the other races. They did not care for taking over land. They did not care for any of this. They just wanted peace. And that's what they stood for. But the humans did something unforgettable for the dragons. Well, for one dragon, the Dragon King. They slaughtered all of his kin. This enraged the Dragon King, as his anger brought about clouds to the world. Storm clouds, which produced rain, thunder, lightning. The world has fallen into chaos. The Dragon King had destroyed multiple cities, towns, whole continents, just because his family, his kin, his race, all of them killed because of the humans and their selfish need to become more powerful. Now, he finally got to the continent of the ones that actually killed his kin, the ones that destroyed them, the ones that had the most blood of all of his kin. As he started shooting his green fire, restoring houses, and burning the earth. As the people screamed, they realized their mistake. And then, in the fiery glory, the Phoenix Queen showed up. She tried to ask the Dragon King to stop this. She told him that he's doing this for no reason. The Dragon King then said, "No reason? No reason? These humans, these mortals, they killed my kin. How could I forgive that? And you asking me that I'm taking revenge for no reason? You're just like them. And I would never trust you anymore. I cannot trust you anymore. Phoenix Queen, we can no longer be friends. From what you've said today, stopping my, how can I say this? My revenge for my race, for my people, for the ones I hold so dearly. Do you think I'm doing this out of nothing? What would you do, Phoenix Queen? What would you do if all of your phoenixes died? You would feel the rage, wouldn't you? And exactly that's how I feel. As he got more powerful through anger. As she then says, I'm sorry, but I have to protect the humans. As he then says, you dare protect them? Whew. I cannot believe this. We should have never been friends. You betray me like this. You force me to sit back and watch as my kin die. What have you to say, Phoenix Queen? As in Yui says, the Phoenix Queen didn't reply to that. They then began to fight. A long fight that lasted days, months, years, eons. It lasted long periods of time until one day they killed each other. And then that's where our power flowed into. That's when I got to know the power of the Phoenix Queen. They say, oh, okay. And then they hear a voice. And I got the power of the Dragon King. They say, they see Deku basically just sitting in a chair. He says, let me tell you all about my backstory. Ever since I was a kid, 4 years old, I went to the quirk doctor to see if I had a quirk, but sadly I did not. The only one who had a quirk was my twin sister, Izuki. And ever since that day, I've been tortured by the very people that birthed me in the first place. My mother and my father. They tortured me for most of my life. Until I got this power. I cannot remember what age I gave it to him. Well, when he awakened, I think it was 12. No, not 12. I think it was 6. Yeah, 6. If not, it's 6 now. Which I burst into flame when I was 6. Taking my house down with me. As I escaped. And I left. And from what I recall, the ambulance showed up, so did the police, to see how the fire was started. They then discovered the basement that I was tortured in. They find my blood, the instruments of my pain, and some video recordings of my pain. As Deku shows, throws a USB port to Nezu. As Nezu plugs it in, they can see this video of Deku getting tortured. And Izuki, she was there along with Bakugo. and Inko and Hisashi basically torturing Izuku. And then, the video stops. Izuku keep, continuing after everyone, basically was shocked by this. He says, and then they got arrested and taken to jail. As then a smile keeps on his face. And then burnt to death by me. You should have seen their faces. It brought me such pleasure to see the ones that wronged me in such pain. And then I decided, why stop here? The wicked live long. Why not destroy all of them? Kill all the wicked. But I can't kill all the wicked. It's impossible. There's too many of them. So I would just kill the ones that I come in contact with. And then that's when that will happen. They will be dead before they even know it. As Deku basically walks into a shadow and disappears. No. Shadow, no jumping. Which he can do. Being Dragon King. Everyone's shocked, and after watching that video, some of the heroes run out and they throw up. As Yue basically leaves, she also cries from this video because she can see that the Dragon King in both lives had it hard. One, his kin died, and the next, he was tortured. While in both lives, she had it easy on her. She was loved by her people, the Phoenix race, and also the humans. They never did anything to her. In the next life, she was loved by two loving parents. She was treated nicely. No one discriminated her or anything. And then, she started to cry. Because her friend has suffered so much pain, and she never saw it. She never actually believed it until this day. Knowing his pain, she felt true sorrow. As this is where I'm leaving this video off. Thank you for watching, but I'm too tired. My eyes already shut, and it's hard to open them again. But I'm gonna have to open them to basically end the what if. So, thank you for watching. See you later.